Okay, I have a weird question.
Your questions are always weird. Go ahead.
Who invented the toilet, and what did people do before it?
You really want to know?
Now I'm scared, but yes.
All right, but once you hear this, you might never look at your bathroom the same way again.
Great, I already regret asking.
Let's go back thousands of years, long before modern cities, long before plumbing, long before hygiene as we know it.
So, no bathrooms?
Not even close.
Then where did people go?
Anywhere.
Wait, what?
Fields, forests, rivers, streets, corners of buildings, behind houses.
You're joking.
I wish I was. Back then, there was no concept of a private bathroom. No tiles, no flush, no toilet paper.
So people just went outside?
Exactly. And in crowded areas, it got much worse.
How bad are we talking?
Imagine walking through a busy street and suddenly stepping into something you really wish you didn't.
Oh no.
Now imagine that happening everywhere.
That's disgusting.
Cities were dirty, smelly, and incredibly dangerous.
Dangerous? Just because of waste?
Not just because. Human waste carries bacteria, viruses, and parasites.
So people got sick?
Constantly. Diseases like cholera, dysentery, and typhoid spread rapidly.
Because everything was exposed?
Exactly. Water sources got contaminated, food got contaminated, entire communities would fall ill.
So something as simple as a toilet actually saves lives?
More than you can imagine.
What about big cities? Surely they had some system.
Not at first. Early cities were actually worse.
How?
More people meant more waste, but no system to handle it.
So where did all of it go?
Sometimes straight onto the streets.
You're kidding.
Yes, and sometimes they would shout a warning before throwing it.
Like what?
Something like, "Watch out below."
That's insane and gross. Okay, but what about privacy?
There was barely any.
That sounds horrible.
For us, yes, but for them, it was normal life. Nature was basically the bathroom, but that came with problems.
Like what?
Weather, animals, safety risks, and zero hygiene.
I didn't even think about animals.
Going outside at night wasn't just uncomfortable, it could be dangerous.
So when did people finally realize they needed something better?
When the consequences became impossible to ignore.
You mean diseases?
Exactly. As populations grew, so did the danger.
So it wasn't just about comfort, it was survival.
Right. The invention of toilets wasn't luxury, it was necessity.
Okay, now I really want to know.
What?
Who actually created the first real system?
That's where things get interesting. Because the first real systems didn't come from modern times.
Wait, what?
They came from ancient civilizations thousands of years ago.
So you're telling me ancient people had toilets?
Not just toilets, entire systems.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Could you survive 1 week without a toilet?
Be honest, drop your answer in the comments.
And don't forget to subscribe, because the next part gets even crazier.
Okay, I've been waiting for this. You said ancient civilizations had toilets?
Not just toilets. Some of them had systems that were surprisingly advanced, even by today's standards.
No way. Like actual flushing toilets?
Not exactly like modern ones, but close enough to shock you. Let's start with one of the oldest and most underrated civilizations, the Indus Valley Civilization.
I've heard that name, but what about their toilets?
Around 4,000 to 5,000 years ago, cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa had something incredible.
Don't tell me.
Private bathrooms.
Private? That early?
Yes, many houses had their own small bathroom areas with built-in drains.
Wait, so they had drainage systems too?
Exactly. Wastewater flowed through covered drains running under the streets.
That sounds more organized than some places today.
Honestly, it was.
Okay, but how did it actually work?
People would pour water to push waste into a drain channel.
So, kind of like a basic flush system.
Yes, gravity and water did most of the work.
That's actually impressive.
And the drains were covered, which helped keep the streets cleaner and reduce smell.
So, they really cared about hygiene.
Very much. Cleanliness was clearly important in their daily life. Now, let's move to another powerful civilization, ancient Egypt.
Okay, what did they do?
Wealthy Egyptians had indoor toilet setups made from stone or limestone.
Fancy.
Underneath, there was a container filled with sand.
So, no flushing?
No flushing. The sand would absorb the waste.
That's interesting.
Servants would later clean and replace the sand.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that job.
But now, get ready because what comes next is the most shocking part of ancient toilet history.
I knew it. Tell me.
Ancient Rome.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna be weird.
Oh, it is. Romans built large public toilets called latrines.
Public meaning anyone could use them?
Yes, and they were used by dozens of people at the same time.
At the same time?
Here's the shocking part.
What?
There were no walls, no doors, no privacy.
Wait, what?
People sat side by side in a row, doing their business while talking.
That's so awkward.
For us, yes. For them, it was normal.
Like a social activity?
Exactly.
Okay, but how did they keep it clean?
They had a continuous flow of water running underneath the seats.
Like a stream.
Yes, it carried waste away into large sewer networks.
So they had proper sewers too?
They did, some of the earliest large-scale sewer networks in history.
That's actually genius.
But wait, what about toilet paper?
Yeah, about that. Oh no.
They didn't have toilet paper.
Then what did they use?
They used a sponge attached to a stick.
No way.
Yes, it was used to clean and then placed back in water.
Please tell me it was personal.
No, it was shared.
I'm done. I'm officially done.
Sometimes the water even had vinegar to clean it.
That does not make it better.
Even though their systems were advanced, hygiene still wasn't perfect.
Yeah, clearly.
But the idea of managing waste was a huge step forward.
So they basically started something big.
Exactly. They laid the foundation for modern sanitation.
So after all this, things kept improving, right?
Actually, no.
Wait, what?
After these civilizations declined, things went backwards.
Backwards?
Cities became dirtier than ever and hygiene almost disappeared.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It was, and it changed history forever.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Would you rather use an ancient Roman public toilet?
Or no toilet at all?
Be honest, comment below.
Okay, you said things actually got worse after ancient civilizations?
Much worse. What you're about to hear is probably the dirtiest period in human history.
That already sounds bad.
Welcome to the Dark Ages, roughly from the 5th century to the 15th century.
Why is it called the Dark Ages?
Because knowledge, science, and hygiene all declined after the fall of the Roman Empire.
So all those advanced systems just disappeared?
Exactly. Sewers stopped working, public toilets were abandoned, and people slowly went back to very basic habits.
Wait, so what did people do then?
They used pots.
Pots?
Yes, they were called chamber pots.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
Until you hear what happened next. Once the pot was full, people would simply throw it out of the window.
No way.
Yes, straight into the street.
You're serious?
Completely serious.
So people were just walking outside and suddenly...
Boom, it falls from above.
That's insane.
Sometimes they would shout a warning before throwing it.
Like what?
Something like, "Look out below."
That is not enough warning.
As you can imagine, streets became filthy.
I don't even want to imagine it.
Mud mixed with waste, the smell was everywhere, and there was no proper cleaning system.
That sounds like a nightmare.
But the worst part wasn't the smell.
Then what was it?
Disease. Because waste was everywhere, it contaminated water, food, and air.
So people got sick again?
worse than ever before. One of the most deadly outbreaks was the Black Death.
I've heard of that.
It killed millions of people across Europe.
Because of poor hygiene?
That was a major reason. Dirty conditions helped diseases spread rapidly.
So entire cities were affected?
Yes, entire populations were wiped out.
That's terrifying.
To people, they didn't fully understand germs back then, so they couldn't stop the spread.
So they didn't even know what was causing it?
Exactly. They just saw people getting sick and dying.
That must have been scary to live through.
It was one of the darkest times in human history. But even in those times, people tried to find small solutions.
Like what?
Some castles had early toilet systems called garderobes.
Garter robes?
Basically, a hole in the wall where waste would fall outside.
That doesn't sound very safe.
It wasn't perfect, but it was better than nothing.
So rich people had slightly better systems.
Yes, but even those were very basic. The truth is, most people lived in extremely unhygienic conditions.
And they had no idea how dangerous it was.
Exactly.
So when did things finally start to improve?
When the situation became too deadly to ignore.
You mean governments stepped in?
Eventually, yes. But before that happened, cities reached a breaking point.
Breaking point?
There was a moment in history when the smell, the disease, and the filth became unbearable.
That sounds intense.
And that moment forced humanity to finally take sanitation seriously.
So that's when modern toilets started coming?
Not immediately, but it was the turning point.
Okay, now I really want to know what happened next.
Trust me, the next part is where everything changes. We're talking about inventions, engineering breakthroughs, and the first real version of the modern toilet.
Finally! Okay, guys, quick question.
Would you survive even one day living in the Dark Ages?
Be honest, comment below. Okay, this is the part I've been waiting for.
Good, because this is where everything finally starts to change.
So, after all that chaos, when did people finally invent a real toilet?
We move forward in time to the 16th century.
That's already much later.
Yes, and this is where we meet an important name.
Who?
Sir John Harrington.
Never heard of him.
But you've definitely used his idea. In 1596, Sir John Harrington designed one of the first flushing toilets.
Wait, that early?
Yes, it used water to flush waste away, something very similar to what we use today.
That's amazing. So, if it was invented that long ago, why didn't everyone start using it?
Because the world wasn't ready.
What do you mean?
There was no proper plumbing system, no pipes, no sewage networks to carry waste away.
So the idea existed, but the system didn't?
Exactly. People thought it was interesting, but not practical.
So it didn't become popular.
Not at all. It was mostly ignored.
That's kind of sad. Such a big invention wasted.
Not wasted, just ahead of its time. Now, fast forward to the 18th century.
Okay, what changed?
Another inventor stepped in and improved the design.
Who this time?
Alexander Cummings. In 1775, he introduced something very important,
What?
the S-shaped pipe.
Why is that such a big deal?
Because it solved one of the biggest problems, bad smell.
Oh,
The S-pipe holds water inside it, which blocks sewer gases from coming back up.
so that's why modern toilets don't smell.
Exactly.
That's actually genius.
Simple idea, massive impact. But even then, toilets still weren't common
Why not?
because cities were growing fast, faster than infrastructure. The Industrial Revolution changed everything.
More people moving into cities?
Exactly. Cities became crowded, dirty, and dangerous again.
So the same problems came back?
Yes, but this time on a much larger scale. Factories, pollution, waste, everything increased.
That sounds bad.
It was worse than you think. In London, there was a moment known as the Great Stink.
That name already sounds horrible.
The River Thames became so polluted with human waste that the smell spread across the entire city.
No way.
People couldn't even work properly because of the smell.
That must have forced them to do something.
Exactly. This was the breaking point. Governments finally realized sanitation was not optional, it was essential.
So this is when real systems started?
Yes, massive sewer systems were built. Engineers designed underground networks to carry waste away from cities.
So now toilets actually had somewhere to send waste.
Exactly. And once that system existed, toilets finally became practical.
So people started using them more.
Yes, slowly but surely.
So it took hundreds of years just to make one idea work.
That's how progress works sometimes. From open fields to ancient systems to dark ages to real innovation.
That's a crazy journey. So what about today?
That's part 5.
Of course it is.
Because modern toilets, smart toilets, and future technology.
Wait, smart toilets?
Yes, what we have today is more advanced than you think.
Okay, guys, quick question.
Do you think you could live without modern plumbing?
Be honest. Comment below.
Okay, this is it, the final part.
And probably the most interesting one because this is where we talk about the world we live in today.
Modern toilets, right?
Exactly, something we use every single day without even thinking about it. After centuries of struggle, inventions, and failures,
We finally got it right?
pretty close. Today's toilets are connected to advanced plumbing systems, underground sewer networks, and water treatment plants.
So everything we flush gets cleaned?
Yes, waste is treated, filtered, and sometimes even reused safely.
That's actually incredible.
And it doesn't stop there.
Don't tell me it gets even more advanced?
Oh, it does. Let's talk about smart toilets.
Smart toilets?
Yes, especially in countries like Japan, toilets have become high-tech machines.
What can they do?
Heated seats, automatic flushing, built-in bidets, air dryers, even music for privacy.
Wait, music?
Yes, some toilets even play sound to make users feel more comfortable.
That's actually kind of cool.
And some advanced models can even analyze your health.
What?
They can detect signs of illness by analyzing waste.
Okay, that's next level.
But here's something most people don't realize.
What?
Not everyone in the world has access to a proper toilet.
Really?
Billions of people still live without safe sanitation.
That's hard to believe.
For them, life is still like the ancient times we talked about.
So the problem isn't completely solved?
Not yet. That's why scientists and engineers are working on new solutions.
Like what?
Waterless toilets, eco-friendly systems, portable sanitation for remote areas.
So toilets that don't even need water?
Exactly. Designed for places where clean water is limited. Some systems even turn waste into energy.
Wait, energy?
Yes, human waste can be converted into biogas.
That's actually insane in a good way.
The future of toilets isn't just about comfort.
It's about solving global problems?
Exactly. From people using open fields, to ancient drainage systems, to the chaos of the Dark Ages, to modern smart toilets.
That's a huge journey.
One simple invention changed human history.
And we barely even think about it.
Something as simple as a toilet has saved millions of lives.
That really puts things into perspective.
So next time you use one,
You might actually feel grateful. Okay, I never thought I'd say this, but
what?
toilets are kind of amazing.
They really are. And that's the story of one of the most important inventions in human history.
All right, guys, final question.
What surprised you the most in this video?
The ancient systems, the dark ages, or smart toilets?
Comment below. We read everything.
And if you enjoyed this video,
Make sure to subscribe for more crazy and mind-blowing stories.
because you never know.
The next topic might surprise you even more.
See you in the next video.